are in day 81 of Unstuck. 9 more days to go. This one is called Grow Through It, but I'm calling this Grow and Thrive as you transition into your paralegal career. Whether you're in a 2-year degree program going for a certificate, or if your state allows you to get in another way, which most of the states do except California. So I say this in a lot of my videos. Do research on Google and say, put in the search bar paralegal regulations and put your state name. So if you're in California, it's a 2-year degree that they require or a certificate, but you can do your research to find out if there's anything about that, that is required about the degree or the certificate. Does it have to be ABA approved? That means American Bar Association approved course or not? So you have to do that research yourself, okay? But paralegal regulations are something you should be aware of. Don't think it's over your head. Just go research it, because you're going to be the one who finds answers for your attorney. So they're not going to spoon feed you and teach you how to do that. Learn how to do it now and find answers. Be that detective investigator, an information finder, okay? You're a solution provider as an assistant to the attorney. So the verse for this day is James chapter 1, verse 2, and this is in the New King James Version. This is the type of Bible it is. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into various trials. Now, you've got a lot to learn when you enter the field. After you've been in it for 2 to 3 years, you will be amazed how much you've learned. And I'm not talking about degrees or certificates. I'm talking about on-the-job learning. And I'm trying to pull out the notebook here, that I always talk to you about. This is gold. When you take a notebook and a cheap Dollar Tree notebook, don't spend $3 or $4 on something like this. Get a $1.25 notebook and track every single skill. What have you learned in the area of law? What have you learned in the area of tech, meaning software? How are you improving yourself once you're on the job? You can do this beforehand. You should know advanced Microsoft Word as much as possible before you step foot into your first job. You want free third-party training? Go to my website, paralegalcoffeetalk.com. This is part of your growth. And look under Paralegal Resource Hub. My website is always in the description box. Then look under Paralegal Resource Hub. That third-party training and this hub access is free. So join the hub today. You have to sign up. Don't be afraid of that. Nobody's coming after you. And sign up and access that free third-party training that's in there. I don't teach it, but I wanted you to have a link to it and push yourself and then put it on your resume. The book that I wrote for beginners, and when I say beginners, I mean you're transitioning into this career probably from another career, correct? Whether you're in a 2-year degree program or certificate program or nothing, right? And you're going into this field. This book is step number 1. It will tell you so much. Okay, if you're already in the field, this book is not for you. It's not for people already working in the law firm or nonprofit. This is, or government agency. This is for people still in school or not in school, but looking at the career. This is it. Okay, that's step number 1 to me. That's why I wrote it. So you're going to grow through, not just go through, but GROW, through various events that occur before you go in and afterwards. You may be disappointed in the first job you land because you really were adamant that you were going to be in a certain area of law. You wanted to work in real estate law, but there were no jobs open, and so now you feel stuck. Don't feel stuck. Count it all joy because you're going to learn tons. And what are you going to do with that knowledge that you're gaining? You're going to write it down. That's your, not, you don't put client names or personal client information in here. That's a no-no. This is just for you to say, I learned how to do blah, blah, or I became very proficient in blah, blah. When you go take that third-party Microsoft Word training that I just mentioned at the beginning of the video, write it down here, but get that on your resume. And now, if you put advanced skills in Microsoft Word, which is what I do on my resume, I've had attorneys ask, like, what does that mean, that you have advanced skills? So be prepared to talk about it. Don't be frightened of that. If you have that knowledge, be prepared to talk about it. So that's a good thing. Maybe they've never seen that on a resume, you know, and that's good. That will be impressive. But make sure you know how to do it. So what is this about here in the Unstuck book? You know, when Jesus called his 12 disciples, these were 14 and 15-year-old boys. They were fishermen, most of them. He called a Jewish tax collector to be one of his followers. That was Matthew. He was hated because here he was, a Jewish man, as a tax collector for the Roman Empire. That was not cool. Okay, that you would be one of the most hated people. So he called people because he knew who they were inside, and he knew their potential. I know you have potential. If you are called to, you feel led to this career, you have it within you to grow, but you're going to face certain trials as you're going to face, like, I don't know how to do something trial. And then you learn how to do it. Or your attorney tells you to find an answer to something and you've never even heard it in your life about this in your whole life. Well, of course you wouldn't, because you haven't worked in the legal field. I learn something new almost every day as a 34-year veteran. So you're on the right track. Don't give up. When you face those, what you think are blocks, you'll learn so much on overcoming, okay, and about yourself, that you are an overcomer. Don't be afraid of this career. Attorneys are very willing to hire new people, very willing. And all of us, hear what I'm saying, all of us entered with zero experience. Don't let the lack of experience and that start playing in your head and other people saying it. They only want experienced people. It is not true. They are willing to hire you. But I'm going to tell you, like when I say I have a membership opening up, now it's on my website called Accelerator. It's not open. And there's a wait list. Get on the wait list. Why? There's special pricing. And why am I telling you this? There is one module in there. Now there's about 7 or 8 modules, but there's one module in there that will take, when you apply to a job, it will take it to your resume to the next level. And that's how to do the cover letter. And I'm telling you, you don't know how to do it. Most people do not. And you are being lost in a pile of applicants. The way I teach you to do your cover letter will raise your resume to the top of the pile. I just had a comment, and you can see it on a recent video I did. Someone just commented. They bought my cover letter secrets class, which is not open, but it's in the membership. And they were called in for an interview. What does that tell me? That tells me they followed directions on how to do things, and their resume went to the top of a pile of sometimes 200 to 500 applicants. So remember this. Join the membership when it opens, but get on the wait list today. You know, you'll see the name Accelerator on my website, and then you'll see wait list. And the link to the website is in the description box. So when God looks at us. He sees, well, he has a plan and a purpose for you, an individual purpose for you to make an impact of some sort. I have no idea what impact you will make in this career and personally as a human, but he has always had a plan and a purpose for you. Now is the time to step into it. Are you ready? And you will still face troubles or trials along the way. Okay? So we can't anticipate all of those. Only God knows what's coming up for you. And he's preparing you each step of the way. He will, if you give and you trust him to put you in the right jobs and you listen to him and he'll, listen to your God-given intuition, he will protect you from toxic workplaces. Sometimes I wanted my own way and I would end up in a toxic workplace. Or perhaps I didn't do an interview the right way. I have a whole module in the membership on doing interviews correctly and the questions you should be asking. I give you the questions they will ask you. I've been on many interviews in the 34 years I've worked in this career. I did not stay in one job for 20 years. I moved around. Why? To up my salary. So God will be with you if you trust him and depend on him all along the way. He has a plan and a purpose for you. And in Jeremiah 29:11, he says, my plan is to prosper you, not harm you. So even if you don't get in the area of law that you want to be in, there's a plan in the works for your life. And you were destined to perhaps be in that foot in the door job first. And be humble and gain a lot. Don't go in a first job as if you're Mr. or Mrs. Know-it-all. Go in there and what I call eat humble pie. Be humble and be a sponge, but don't expect them to run a school, and learn as much as you can ahead of time. Go watch click on playlist on my channel and watch a lot of the videos there. What's lighting your fire? You'll see areas of law as one of the playlists. You'll see new tips for paralegals. Watch some of those. And get on the wait list for my membership so that you do not miss out. Special pricing only for those that are on my email list or the wait list. You'll get the same price on either of those. But if you just join from the website, it'll be a higher price, when I open that up. Now, that's going to be opened up for my waitlist people and my email people. I'm opening it up before Thanksgiving, so you can start early if you want. But for the general public, Black Friday will be the launch date. For people on the email list and wait list, it's going to be earlier. So get on the wait list, okay? So have a great day today. Open your mind. Be open to things you need to improve. And keep adding knowledge. Don't depend on a school or a certificate program to show you everything. They don't teach you the practical side of being a paralegal. They do not, because attorneys are teaching those courses. A paralegal teaches you the practical side of using certain systems to manage your workload and all of that. I teach you what jobs to apply to, how to interview, how to do the cover letter. When you look at the accelerator page, you'll see what I teach you right there, okay? And bonus videos and lots of downloads, PDFs for you to keep. So have a great day, and I will talk to you in the next video. Questions, comments, please like and subscribe so that others see this video, and I will talk to you in the next one. Take care.